unconscious mind, go back in time, imagine we're monkeys and somebody steps on your foot and you have no ability to communicate and say, hey, you know, sometimes I know you don't mean to do this, but you step on my foot and it kind of is uncomfortable. Please, would you do me a favor and try to be careful and don't step on my foot? But we don't have that communication skill. So all we can do is go, ow. And then if they do it again, we go, ow, ow. And they do it again, we go, ow, ow, ow. And so we start yelling. Yelling is a sign that we're in a fight or flight response. Now, that's very important. Now, so how do you stop? How do you get out of that mode? Well, let's again look at the biology. The biology is such that when you're in fight or flight, blood flow stops to this part of the brain right here. I'm putting my hand over the prefrontal cortex of the brain. Now, this is the only part of the brain that actually has human DNA. Everything else is monkey brain. And then where we have violence and we have sex drive and all of that, that's the primitive dinosaur brain, completely unconscious. And how do we stop? Well, let's understand what creates the fight or flight response. It's hormones. It's hormones. And in a man, when his hormone called testosterone goes down, his cortisol, stress hormone, goes up. So when you're stressed, if you can do something to increase your testosterone and you're a man, your stress level come down, and then you can open your heart again and be loving. Now, for women, when they're stressed, their estrogen levels are going down. And if they could stop talking and do something to increase their estrogen levels, then their stress would go away, their heart can open, and now they can come back and have a conversation and use good communication skills. You don't have to have negativity in order to get what you want. As a matter of fact, when you embrace it and let it go, wisdom can come in. You know, one of my friends, he's always like saying, oh, but you have to have certain negative emotions. I go, we have emotions. We need to process them so we let go of them. And he says, well, what about fear? What about fear? If I don't have fear, I would run off that cliff. I said, no, you wouldn't. If you let go of your fear, then suddenly you'd be centered in your heart and you'd have wisdom. And my wisdom would say, I don't want to jump off that cliff. If I'm angry, some people say, oh, you have to be angry to motivate you. Yeah. If you're in your monkey brain, that's the only way they get motivated to change things. But if I let go of my anger, what's left? Wisdom. And with wisdom and an open-heartedness, then I have way more motivation to make positive change. It's a 90-10 principle. 90% of your happiness, man or woman, should come from your life and not your partner. 10% your partner is dessert. They're the add-on. They take you to a higher level. They're the person you can be naked with. You don't do that with everybody else, but you've got charity, you've got children, you've got nature, you've got friendships, you've got work, you've got God, you've got play, you've got fun, you've got self-growth, self-improvement, working on yourself. These are all different love vitamins. And then you fall in love and bang, it's fantastic. So you think all I need is him or all I need is her. Way too needy, way too needy. And anybody who's addicted to sex, I felt like freedom was having as any woman I want, no commitment. Well, actually, when I finally made a commitment and started really having sex with somebody I love and I know them and they know me and we have a relationship, I realized that was the best freedom. Because now I'm no longer lusting after skirts. I'm not looking like, oh, I want that, or I want that, or I want that. We're constantly looking at what we can't have instead of like going, look what I've got. You see, that's the best thing. Why do I want to eat out at junk food when I've got the best restaurant at home? Home cooked, love food. You know, I don't need to eat out. And that's funny because, I'm very